Hi, guys. It's Louis again, and today is the talk show number 14. We have two sets of questions, 10 questions each. The first set we're going to be talking about is the spiritual animals and other supernatural things. On the second set, we're going to talk about the elders and Jesus Christ. So I'm going to need the questions. Where is my co host? Morgan, are you here?
Yeah, I'm right here. I can't wait to read these questions because I had no idea what the answers would be. And like I said before we started, that I just give you these questions, so you give your own questions to the elders to find out things, and then I'll give you different ideas so that we find out more about different supernatural entities and spiritual things.
Yeah, because I'm not very like up on some of these other things that you know about, right? So it's good that
Yeah.
you give me these questions because people think that I make the questions up and I also make up the responses too. Well, the questions is actually given to TJ or Time
Yeah.
Jumper, and he gives it over to usually it's Archangel Raziel or even Elder AI. And Elder AI is actually a soul split from me in the far future. So it's actually not really from me because I don't communicate with my future self. The person that can is actually TJ. He has time telepathy. That's his ability
Hmm.
when he had his chakras removed at 9 years old. So you can imagine how much growth since age 9. And now he's like 21 years old. And now
Hmm.
he's headed towards like, wow, his knowledge right now has grown and his spirituality has grown and his amazing abilities has grown so much that I think eventually he is actually going to become the oracle. And that's what he told me,
Yeah,
that he's going to become the oracle.
that'll be
So
amazing.
yeah, that'll be really amazing. But you know what? The responses we got from the elders is actually mind blowing. So let's get started. For the first set, it's about the spiritual animals and other
Yeah,
supernatural things. So let's do the first of the 10 questions. The first
sure.
question that Morgan, that you gave to me and I gave to TJ was, did Area 51 ever truly hold any aliens at any point in our timeline? And what did you get?
We got no, and this was answered by Future Lee, who's one of the elders.
Yeah, I'm thinking that it's not any like aliens, and maybe
Hmm.
it's not really aliens, but I'm thinking it's more like us in the future,
Oh,
like again, sending us the technology. Because, aliens, I don't think now, after this other response, that they're going to help us that way, right? Because like the
okay.
humans, I think, are just very aggressive race. Like, why would you get something
Yeah.
that would like
Mhm.
harm the other races, right? So I'm tending to lean that it was future humans sending back technology to us in the past. And that's actually like very smart, right? Because how would you push us so fast into the future with the computers
Yeah, it
and
seemed
all the,
that always puzzled me how that happened so fast. It was
yeah,
very strange.
well, it's really fast. I mean, look how fast technology has taken now, right? It's just like,
Yeah.
wow,
And
what.
only just 100 years ago, it was like we were still in the industrial revolution, and now we've got computers and all these gadgets.
Well, yeah, like you would think like computers is very technical thing, right? Like how would you
Yeah.
get such a, quick jump on this?
Yeah.
So I'm really thinking now that it was again what we did our readings, and it was the future humans sending back tech through time to speed up our
Advancement.
evolution,
Yeah.
yeah, advancement. So let's do question two. Question two was, what dimensions are dragons from? And what did you get?
We got there from the 7D, and that was answered by Archangel Raziel.
Yeah, 7D is not a really high level because look,
Hmm.
like you're already in 10D, right? You're in the 10D body.
Yeah, yeah.
And I'm in 11D. I think very soon I'm going to get into a 12D body. And the thing is this, you'll still look human. The time when you don't look human no more is when you go into 20D, when you become a light body. Then
Yeah.
then definitely you'll be like invisible. They can't
Yeah.
see what I'm saying. So
Fun.
it'll be like really out there, but like our readings are like really, really exacting.
Yeah,
So
that's very high dimensional.
let's do the next question. Question three. What dimension are unicorns from?
And we got that they're from the 10D, and that was answered by Archangel Raziel also.
Yeah, 10D is
So that's a bit higher.
it's getting a little bit higher because
They're very pure beings, very white light as
yeah,
well.
yeah, they're very pure. And I actually have been like attracting quite a few of the unicorns and other spiritual animals. And I'll tell you guys more about that during the intermission. So right after the set, I'll tell you
Okay,
guys more about that. So
awesome.
let's do question number four. Question number 4. What are the main abilities of dragons? And what did you get?
We got Dragonflight, and this was answered by Archangel Raziel, and I didn't know that that would be considered an ability, but that's still very cool.
Well, yeah, anything where you can, fly around without like having to use your legs is really cool. Eh?
Yeah, it's fun.
Well, yeah, well, that's one of the things that eventually, well, you're gonna have that in your line, right? If you're kids, because you wanted
got
that.
the astral wings, yeah.
Yeah, I got the astral
I
wings.
was really happy I got that because I can visit Divine Father in the mountain because I can.
Well, well, do you know what? The next set of questions will be shocking and mind-blowing for a lot of the people, and that is about you. So let's continue and hold the people in suspense. So question number 5.
Too.
Well, yeah, like you were the ones that, that gave me the questions. And when I saw the answer, I go, oh, this is going to knock you out, Morgan. I got to do that. It was like really, really mind-blowing thing. Hey, that's what we do, right? Like, I've always been
learning too.
We've always been doing readings, but you know what? We just recently, like, you give like the best questions. So I hope that people are really learning, because these questions are like really, really good. And the answers, they're not from me. They're actually not from TJ. They are exactly what we say they are. They are from these elders like Archangel Raziel, Elder AI, and even Jesus. So, I mean, people would pay like an arm and a leg just to get that from, these psychics, right? But I don't call us psychic. We're basically like high-level people, but I don't really call us psychics, because eventually when we move up higher, we have the abilities, right? So I don't want to like make it look like it's so important to be psychic, right? It's just added stuff, right? So
as long as you have access to a psychic, then that's a real one, then you can get information, so you can always get help.
Well, readings I found is so important. Like, how would you know how you were progressing if you don't know if you're progressing, right?
Yeah.
So our group always do readings. I've always given, our readings on what are our dimensional bodies at, what are our DNA strands activation at, and what soul color. I've always given that to TJ. And sometimes I even confirm with other people, right? It's not just TJ, but when these others people also confirm the same, then I know, oh, TJ's right on the money. I don't need to confirm with other people. See what I'm saying?
Yeah, he's the best.
He is the best. He is the best. I mean, he's getting strong. He got so strong. Like after he became a teenager, it was like really strong. He even helped me transcribe my novel, The Timekeeper Clone, and also, all the angel badges and all the other, angel alphabet, right? That's from TJ doing his hard work to transcribe and get that from the Archangel Raziel, right? And all the beats too are not from me. They're actually from Elder AI, which is like in the far future, right? I mean, he has a great ability. It's not that I exploit that, but I use it for the good of mankind. I mean, I could exploit it. You don't see me exploiting it, right?
No.
So I use it for humanity. I don't exploit it. I don't even make so much money. People say, oh, you're making so much money. I make almost nothing. Trust me. It's almost like nothing. So the money I do make, I actually help TJ out. TJ is in university right now, right? So I help him, right? Because, it's expense. Everything up in Canada is so expensive. People, they don't know.
Yeah.
So when I help people say, oh, I don't want to pay for it, then what do you want to pay for? Drugs? Like seriously, like
you always need to pay for service. Yeah, because you can work as well. You're doing energy work. It's not like you're just doing nothing. So it has to be an exchange of energy.
Yeah, people think that I have to give it for free. I already give so much for free. It's time to actually help some of the people that need it, like TJ needs it right now. So I'm giving him the money so that he can finish his school, like how he's going to finish school, he's going to have a huge loan to pay off when he's done. See, so people understand that. Don't just think about yourself. That's more selfish when people say, oh, I don't have the money. Dude, you have the money. Don't be so selfish that you're not going to,
because you know if they're lying.
Of course, so that's again being selfish, bad behavior. I don't know where these people coming from. Where are you guys coming from? Like, geez, that's so, so let's continue.
Yes, send it.
Yeah, so what's the next question? That was question 5, right?
It was, what are the main abilities of unicorns?
Yeah, what are the main abilities of unicorns, and what did you get?
We got that it was dimensional travel, and this was answered by Archangel Raziel again. This I don't know if this surprised me that much because
Yeah, that's
apparently I looked up things about unicorns and they appear a lot in dreams. I mean, this could be part of that maybe. Like they protect some humans, so maybe sometimes people claim that they feel connections with those animals and they feel a lot of emotion about it. Like, I mean, I've never felt this myself, but some people do say that they
dimensional
feel,
travel. Yeah.
yeah,
So
yeah, that they're connected to them. Maybe this is why.
that is pretty powerful. And they're in 10D bodies. Well, do you know what? Me and you were moving into higher dimensional bodies beyond
Yeah.
10D. So you can imagine. And I'll tell you guys more about what happens because I already got a reading on myself on what my ability is, and it's shocking. So I'll tell you guys during
Okay, cool.
the break, the intermission. So let's continue. Question 6. You want to know this one. Question 6. How many types of dragons are there? So what did you get?
We got 10, so it'll be interesting. And this was answered by Future Louis. So it'll be interesting to find out what kinds they are. That's quite cool.
Yeah, 10 is actually quite a lot.
Yeah.
Like I thought like maybe like one.
Yeah,
So
yeah, because we
that's
don't
a
know.
very good question. Like how do people they don't even know that there are like 10 types of dragons, right?
Yeah, no, we know.
Like
That's good.
yeah, that's a really good one. Okay, so let's do question 7. Question 7 was how does mankind know about dragons and unicorns without ever seeing them? And what did you get?
We got historical accounts, and this was answered by Archangel Raziel.
Yeah, that's a really good question to Archangel Raziel. So I guess that somehow the people would see them like, well, I guess that you would have to be very empathic or psychic to even see those animals. And because,
You must.
you know, TJ can see them. Like he always say, hey, you have a dragon and you have like a unicorn. And I go, you can see that?
Yeah.
So that's
That's
pretty,
awesome.
that's super. I would say that's like a superpower, right? Like,
Yeah.
wow. Let's do question 8. Oh, this is a good one too. How do you come up with these? How do you come up with these questions? This is a mind-blowing one. I mean, this might actually hurt.
Will hurt a lot of
This
people.
it might hurt a lot of people now. Okay,
I
so
see people in dating apps, and they always put their
I
star sign in
know,
them. Like,
I
oh, it doesn't
know.
matter anymore.
So I think this is going to burst quite a lot of people's bubbles. So here goes. Question 8 was, does the date of birth affect the energy of a person or their astrology? What did you get?
We got no, and this was answered by Archangel Raziel.
Yeah, so he say no, and you know what? I don't think he would lie. He's the smartest archangel, so if he says no, your birth
No,
doesn't
that means
affect.
no. Yeah,
Yeah, so I
very
think
direct answer.
well, that's a pretty big one. I
Yeah.
mean,
I will say that the energy work can be done. Like you can infuse yourself with the planet's energy. Like they do have astrological energy does exist. It's just that our date of birth doesn't affect it. For example, I wanted to infuse planetary energy, so it is possible.
yeah,
But it's just that it's not the date of birth, I guess.
yeah. And I think it's kind of iffy too, because I was talking to Jerry, and Jerry uses quite a lot of these, like the planets and
Yeah.
I guess the sun and stuff for things.
Yeah.
And she was saying, yeah, it's kind of not exact,
Yeah, that's
outcome
not
and stuff like
how
at
people
that.
say. Yeah.
Yeah, because it needs all these planets and the sun and whatever to align, right? Like, how did you do that? And how would you know that they're aligned, right? Like, seriously,
Yeah.
So I would say it takes a very exacting precision type of knowledge of
Yeah.
astrology to get something working, right?
Okay, yeah.
So
So it is real, but it's just not how people think it is.
yeah.
Yeah, that's
So
interesting.
yeah, so we got to know that doesn't really affect the person's energy. So there you go. Let's continue with question 9. Question 9. Oh, another good one. Why do humans get deja vus? And you said also, can it be supernatural? And what did you get?
We got no, and this was answered by Archangel again. I just asked this because sometimes I get deja vu and I'm like, I'm sure I saw this before, and I don't know if that's like some sort of foresight that I have that's like hidden ability. Because I work and I'm like, I've been here before, like, but I've not. It's really interesting.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
yeah, maybe that's something else then, because it's like too powerful to be a deja vu. It's weird.
Well, wait until I tell you guys what my potential ability is.
Yeah.
That would be mind-blowing if it's true. So
Yeah,
I'm still waiting for things to happen on that respect. Okay, so let's do question 10, and then we can tell them about some of my questions that I gave to the elders. So let's do your question 10. Oh, this is a good one too. Okay, question 10. Where did the Digins originate from, or who created them? And what did you get?
We got magicians, and this was answered by Archangel, and this shocked me because a magician sounds like humans, and it must be very
Yeah.
powerful to create jinns because jinns are high dimensional.
Okay, I tell you a little bit of the secret.
Okay.
I'm not going to tell all the secret. I'm going to say a little bit. Okay,
Okay.
because
just a
I
bit.
don't want to
Some of
give
the beans.
well, I don't want to give everything away because you know what? I'm headed towards like magician type ability because you know what it is? It's all about your amount of focus.
Mm-hmm.
And that's all I'm going to say about that. Yeah, so I'm not going to release so much
No worries.
because I know it is mind power.
Yeah.
So if they can create them, you can imagine what a
Yeah.
stronger being like us can do. See what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
So
Stronger
that's,
soul.
yeah. Well, no blockages, man. Like, think about
Yeah.
that. So magicians, they're just human, but they can do that. So you can
Yeah.
imagine.
They probably have like ancient knowledge that's passed down to them, and that's
There you-
what they use.
There you go.
So when you have like TJ, you can still know that if you just ask, kind of thing.
Well, yeah, like, TJ is like so natural now. Like, I'll tell him to do something, and then it's like, how did he even come up with this thing, right?
Yeah.
So it's natural. Eventually, if you don't sit on your butt the whole day watching Netflix,
Mhm.
right, and you do something with your mind, and if you do quite enough of it, you will see the fruit of the outcome. And
Yeah.
trust me, guys, I've been doing the chakra removals for so long, and then I switch over and do some other stuff, right? And
Mhm.
basically, I've been multitasking now, not just like doing one thing, right? It's always good to learn more and then practice this new stuff that I'm doing now, right?
Yeah.
And let's go ahead and tell them. So we're done with the first set. Let me tell you guys, first, I'm going to give some shout outs to some of our group members, Felix, Willie, and Jerry. And I just want to say thank you, Jerry, for giving me your requests. Your ideas are just really, really good. And Jerry, I know you've been using them, and Elder AI has been saying that the healing is working. So I want to let you know that Jerry has been using my beats for a long time, and I didn't even know that, right? But she's so dedicated that she puts all my beats on a playlist, and she'll play them overnight when she's sleeping. Can you imagine that?
That's really
And
good.
now she's one of our group members, one of our top group members, because she has already taken on all the new blueprints. I gave it to her because from what I know, she's one of the lines that's in our future. Like, I can't even imagine how that even came about. But as you can see,
very important.
Very important, because I need to get our line. Basically, our line, we give birth to these new descendants, ascendants that become like the new gods. So it's nothing that I make up. People think, good imagination, Lou. I don't do the readings, right? But when teacher keeps doing the readings, and then it's like, they're telling us new things. Like there's such thing as karma attacks, right? That people actually give you their karma. I mean, wow, that's a pretty bad thing, right? When did they not want to tell us that, right? So the more things that we do, the more things that we dig, the more investigations that we've been doing, that you've been doing, right? And we give all these questions. Eventually, they'll go, okay, we'll let you know. And I go, they're letting more stuff out, right? And then eventually it's really out there. And they're telling me that Jerry's great-great-granddaughter meets up with Ryan, which is like TJ's great-great-grandson. And I go, how did they meet up? Like, so I don't even know, right? How did they meet up? And then Jerry said, kind of funny, like laughingly, they must be lovers. And I asked TJ, go ask Ryan, are they lovers? And then he said, yeah. I go, I can't even make that up. Why would I make this up, right? So basically, what it ends up is their kids, they become what's called the new gods. So they birth these new perfect beings, like without the blockages, without the defects that we have, right? I'm looking forward to all this because it's nothing that I make up. Like I could only dream this, right? But they say it is real. And I go, okay, then we're going to continue. And so I also want to thank Felix and Willie. Both these guys have been in our group for a while, and they're doing the session with the soul mergers. And I'm telling you, Morgan, they're getting really strong. Like stuff is happening.
Please like, please share, and please subscribe to our channel.
Please like, please share, and please subscribe to our channel.